Right. Technology. See, we're really good at this. For some reason, me and Darren are sitting in a hangout talking to ourselves and realised that we hadn't put the right link in the right places. But hopefully now um, you're seeing us, which should be lovely, sweet, and make your eyes really happy. Anyway, so we've had a mad weekend programming wise. Now, what I'm actually doing is we have two sites. We have a development site and we have the live site. So everything that we before we put it on the live site, we stick it on the development site. And so today I've been testing the Facebook tool, and I can say it's all working perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run for another say 12 hours, and then tomorrow morning in the UK time we're going to start loading it over to the live site, and then we need to load the videos for the course, so link the two together. So at some point tomorrow you should start to see the courses. So I think we're going to probably switch them on towards the afternoon, well, UK time afternoon. So yeah, so that's how we're going. Darren, you want to tell us about your new haircut?
Yeah, I feel a bit like Samson, because as soon as my hair's come off, unfortunately I've turned into a bit of a bimbo or a numpty. So I don't think it's the glass of wine that's helping either. So yeah, apologies about the confusion with the hangout, but obviously I think we've sorted it. So not only a haircut, oops, and obviously it's not keeping me headsets on. Also in a bit of a new surroundings, because we're having some bit of work done in the garden over the next week or so. So this will be nice and quiet up here. So yeah, today, where are we now? So yesterday we had a little bit of work doing on training videos, and as Jeremy says, the products now are started. We saw them as we went into the weekend. They come onto like Jeremy says, the development site that we see. So we're now picking them off in priority order now, and we have to redo the video. So there's training videos now that are being done for the top of each page. Then obviously there'll be a little bit of explanation on how to use that part of the tools. Some of you who have experience of what we do and how we work is that you will have a page and it'll be effectively a step. So you'll do step one and there'll be a little video showing you how to do step one, and then when you press save it will then take you to the next step and the next step, and then obviously once you've completed that your tool is then both up and running and set, but you can then obviously go back and edit bits and pieces. So as Jeremy does the videos, I'm then coming along behind him, if you like, and then creating some training packages around it. So whilst you have the tool and how to use it, the stuff that I do is how you can then manipulate that, I suppose, into different markets. So obviously we've got the Ninja tool that Jeremy's working hard on at the moment, and then coming up behind that, obviously we've got a set of well, I think I'm up to 25 videos at the moment on how you can use Facebook and the Ninja tool to obviously grow your popularity, whether it be Facebook fan page likes, whether it be engaging your friends, getting friends, and obviously going into groups and things like that. So there's lots of pieces that the Facebook Ninja tool will give you, and obviously once you've got that, it's then how you use that tool in different areas. So you know, it's like having a Swiss Army knife, really. You know, you've got a little penknife, but obviously it does little things as well. So, oh God, that was inspired, wasn't it? I like that one. So that's where we are at the moment. And it's taking me, although the videos are quite short, just to give you a bit background really on the work that we're putting into to making this work, is that it's taking me on average about 30 minutes to 40 minutes to do a 5-minute video. And Jeremy is exactly the same thing, because obviously you have to set up a slide, you have to think about the step that you're taking, and then you have to obviously have examples ready on the websites to show people, and then you have to show people that through the video, and then you have to edit the video down into a sort of a 4 or 5 minute slot. So as you can imagine, it can take quite a bit of time to actually to do all that. Oh, Michael's just joined us, so I'll just mute him. So as you can see, it takes quite a bit of effort just to produce a 5-minute video, and as Jeremy's already said, we've got in the region of nearly 300 videos already now located on our server, ready to start populating the website. So as you can see, there's a lot of work that we still need to do as far as getting those videos out. But as the program's looking great, the products are looking fantastic, and like we say, we're just moving things along. And as we move something, we have to check a link, because a link on the site that we're testing is fine, but then it's a bit like copying and pasting a document. If you copy and paste a document, you then have to check that those links still work, and that's a layman's term of what's happening this week. So you'll start to see these tools start to appear as we go through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and obviously as we go through right through to the 1st of September. And again, just a little summary. We're obviously halfway through this stage now. We're moving now very closely up to the 15th of August, which is our pre-launch date. And really, the drum that I'm going to beat throughout the course of this week is that if you are in now, you need to make sure that if you've got a downline, you need to make sure that they are activated, they've paid for, because for all the commissions that you will earn between now or the 1st of August and the 15th of August, you are going to get paid on those on the 29th of August. Okay, so it's really important. We went through the payment process on Friday, and we went through it again on Saturday. So I'm not going to go through it again in any detail, but just to remind you that we're going to be running a 3-week lead time. So between us doing a commission run and a payment run, there will be a gap of 3 weeks, and that's because of the number of payment processes that we've got in place and working. Okay, there are a number of companies out there. There was a major one over the weekend that didn't work, shall we say. Okay, so our payment processes are working. All right. And normally there'll be a 3-week lead time. So we'll do a commission run on the 15th. Normally we would pay that on the 5th of September. We're actually paying that 2 weeks earlier. Okay, so the next commission run will be on the 22nd of August, and you'll see the payment in your bank on the 12th of September. The next commission run is the 29th of August, and you'll see that in your bank on the 19th of September. We've obviously had a look at the calendar. Some of the sharp people amongst you have also looked at the calendar and realised that I think it was either Christmas Day or Boxing Day. I forget now which one, because obviously you don't have Boxing Day in the UK. Yeah, Christmas Day is on Thursday and Boxing Day is on Friday. So we need to work out, we're going to try to get you paid before Christmas, clearly, because we don't want to be doing a payment on Boxing Day, because, well, I don't know, Boxing Day sales, perhaps that would be useful for you, maybe. So we will look at that in advance. Okay, so I know I've had a question already about that. I wasn't actually looking that far ahead, so I'm glad some of you guys are already. So I'm just going to have a quick slurp of wine, and I'm going to pass over to Jeremy. I'm not sure if Michael's here to view us, or whether he's got something he wants to say, because I know he's in Portugal at the moment doing some work on I was going to say a show. It's not a show. It's I'll let you describe what it is, Jeremy.
Yeah, I think he's on a festival. Right. So yeah. So what was I going to say? Because I got sidetracked there. Yeah. Yeah. So people were asking me when are all the tools going to be ready? Well, basically, what we're planning for and we're on target for is to release you around about 90% of the tools just on or just around the 15th. Okay, so we hope it could be the 14th, could be the 15th, but that's our pre-launch date. So that's when we want to release all the tools. So we're going to start dripping them out now as we go through this week, and so everything is according to plan. We're going to be the first company that pre-launches on when it says it's going to do, allows you to take money in when it says you're going to do. It's going to launch when it says it's going to do. So we're doing exactly everything we're doing on the tin is what we're doing, and we're not going to rush this. We're not going to let anybody push us. Some people are saying, oh, can I use the tools now? I want to promote. Well, of course we want you to promote, but we don't want to release the tools until everything is in place. You need to have all your ducks in a row, because we don't want to fall flat on our faces, you know, which so many companies do when they go into their pre-launches and their launches. Now, one thing I want to say is that your profile, please go and fill out your profile with the correct details. There's still people in the database that are showing us XXX, XXX, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as their telephone number. And if you've got those details in, then you're going to be very, very unhappy when it comes to payday, because you won't be able to set up your account to receive money. So you must make sure you put real data in there. Make sure you put the correct country. Make sure you put the correct time zone. So please go into your accounts, and this is people that have actually paid. I've seen that, you know, they've paid for their package, and yet they've got false information in their profile. Now, if you're going to leave that false information in there, please don't come crying to us when it's payday and that you haven't received your money, because you won't be able to set up your wallet unless you have the correct information in there. So it's very, very important you do that. So what else do we want to cover? We've got, well, all the tools I want to say are in place. Okay, so now we're just going to, as I say, drip them through as we go on. And I don't know what Darren's got on his chart here. He's got his famous drawing board there. Yeah, so I don't know if we got any questions at all. Let's have a look to see if we have any questions. That's the best thing, because Dean's always good at asking a question. Okay, so somebody asked a question of saying, if they join as a free member, are they going to be able to earn any money? Because it says on the website that a free member can earn. Well, basically what a free member can earn its money from at the moment is if they introduce a founder. So if you introduce a founder, there's a 25% commission that we will pay for you introducing that leader. Okay, so that's how a free member can earn money. Now, once you upgrade to, you know, a paid member, a $25 account, that's a one-time payment, and you'll be able to earn three levels deep of affiliate payments. I don't know whether you've got that, Darren, for free for a $25, because somebody's asking here, or sent me a, here we go. Yep.
Okay, so if you are, these are the, hopefully you can see, so you can see that we've got the 3 packages here. So you've got the $25 beginner package, which is a one-off payment, $25 only. There is a transaction fee attached to that, which is set by the third-party processor. I think it's about 8%, something like that. I forget now what it is, about $2. The intermediate package and then the advanced package. The intermediate package is $50. The advanced package is $200. Okay, you can buy the intermediate package, okay, and it's $50 a month. You can buy the advanced package, but you must also have the intermediate package. So if you come in straight away, then you can go to the advanced, but you'll need to pay $200 plus the $50 a month. Okay. There is no need to come in at the 25, to then go to the 50, to then go to the 200. There's no need for you to do that if you feel that you are experienced and you want to obviously grab the tools at the top end. All right. The beginner end is really people who are really, really new. So, you know, a lot of the training is about, you know, how to set up a Facebook account, for example. And literally we take somebody who's completely new, how to set up a Facebook correctly, you know, making sure that it's the profile's correct, make sure it's optimized correctly, you know, stuff that, you know, an absolute beginner would absolutely need. So that's the level that that's at, okay? Surprisingly, that is the one that a lot of people really should go for, simply because it's taking them right back to the basics. Okay. However, once you've gone through that, you are able, even if the 25 level package, to accept commissions right across all of these levels. So, for example, if Jeremy was at the $25 package, okay, makes a one-time payment and that's it forever, but introduces himself, and I come in and I decide that I'm going to be an intermediate, then Jeremy would earn $11 from Zukul, and they would receive that every single month. Okay. Now, if Jeremy then introduced Michael, for example, and Michael came in at the $25 level, then Jeremy would earn $10, but that would be a one-off payment because obviously that $25 is paid out just the once. Whereas my $50, that $11 would be paid out every single month. So there's nothing stopping Jeremy just going mad and bringing in lots and lots of people, even at the $25 level. You know, he can bring in as many people as he likes on all of these levels, and he would be eligible for these commission levels. And if I just put my thing down a bit here, you can see how powerful this commission level is, and it's something we've probably not talked about for a good while. So on the first level here, you can see straight away that if you introduce 10 people, Jeremy would be making $100. So if you brought in 10 beginners, he'd earn $100 as a one-off lump sum. Okay. If you brought in 10 people at the $50 level, he'd earn $110, but that would be every single month. Okay, so that's over $1,000 in a year. If you brought in 10 people at the 200 level, then he would be earning $500 every single month. Now, $500, well, actually $110 probably puts him in the top 10% of online earners. That $500 probably puts him in the top 5% of online earners. Okay, so this is incredibly powerful. And as someone's already talked about this to me the other week, is that this is effectively what we call now money. So, you know, you make a sale, you get that commission. You make a sale, you get that commission. It's great. You know, it's really, you know, there's no waiting for anything to happen. You've not got to wait for, you know, commissions to be paid out from affiliate marketers or anything like that. You don't have to wait till the money gets to a certain level. I know I worked for a very famous affiliate marketer about 4 years ago, and you know, they paid out, I think it sounded great. It sounded 100 and 200% commissions is what the banner was. Okay, which sounds fantastic. Okay, the problem is that you couldn't withdraw any earnings until it got to $250, and then you could only withdraw anything above the $250. So what we're saying is that you can earn $10 and you can withdraw $10. You know, there's no minimum withdrawal. Now, obviously, if those 10 people there introduced 10 people themselves, then you can see how the numbers work really, really quickly. So even at this second level, so Jeremy introduces me and Zukul pay him $10. I go out and bring in another 10 people. Jeremy now earns 10 people times $5. Okay, so in this scenario, he's brought in 10 people who've also brought in 10 people. There's $500 he's made. Okay, one off because it's in the beginners section. Or he could be making $600 a month if those people have come in at the intermediate level. Or he could be making $3,000 a month if those people have been coming in at the advanced level. And then things get really exciting when we get down to the third level. Yes, the commissions per sale are less, but the numbers are now working in your favor. Okay, so this is just 3 levels down. So this is like Jeremy introducing me, introducing Michael, introducing somebody else. Okay, so again, 10 people, introducing 10 people, introducing 10 people, $4,000 just on $25 product. Okay, not bad at all. Or $5,000 per month. Okay, and that's at the intermediate level. That's on top of the $710 that he's already earning here. So he's actually earning nearly $6,000 just on that scenario. And then here again, at the advanced level, you've got $10,000 plus $3,000 plus $500. Okay, and it can be any combination of those. So, you know, it might be that he's got 5 here, 5 here, and 5 here. So you can see that that is really powerful, and that works. That involves work. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. It does involve you using the tools. It does involve you putting some effort in. It does involve you spending, you know, at least an hour a day, or at least 7 hours a week. Okay, doing something about your business. And this is just the Zukul aspect. Okay, this is just the package aspect. We've not included the money that you could earn from selling our products. We've not included the money that you could earn from your primary business, and we've not included the money that you can earn from our profit funnel, which works in the background, and that is completely passive. This is where your effort is, okay? And the funnel in the background, that's where the passive income comes from. And again, that is incredibly powerful, especially when you start to factor in some of these numbers. So the whole thing, and again, there's no admin fee, so there's no silly £10 admin fee on top of this. There is no 1995 merchant account processing con that goes on that a major company has. There was another company that begins with X that I was involved with last year that charged $25, I think it was $24.99 as an affiliate fee. And I know exactly where that money's going. That money's going exactly into the pockets of the owners, okay? We're not doing that, all right? You come in, you pay 25, you pay 25, you pay 50, or you pay 200. Everything that we sell has this 3-level affiliate plan on. And as Jeremy relievingly mentioned last week, you know, we're going to be selling computers, okay? Gaming computers. These aren't, you know, your standard desktop computer, although they can be bought, but they're going to be aimed at the gaming community, and the gaming community are incredibly passionate about the products that they have and they use, okay? And if you've any doubt about that, just go on to, I presume, alienware.com, or just Google Alienware and just see the prices that these computers are. And I think, you know, Jeremy quoted the prices are, you know, upwards to like $20,000. Now imagine a $20,000 computer on a 3-level affiliate plan, okay? And imagine, because we're launching them now to get you ready for when we go into Christmas. And so that is when there's going to be huge sales. You know, everybody knows that the games get released in the lead up to Christmas. You know, everyone's talking about new equipment and upgrades. So this is the time when people are going to be looking for gaming computers. So there's a little bit of an explanation, a bit of a long-winded answer to that question, but I'll pass you back over to Jeremy.
Right, okay, thank you for that. I think that's self-explanatory. Well, you've done a good job of explaining it. Right, the next question is, maybe I need to answer this. It says, will the products in the higher level be also be sold as individual items? And the answer to that, John's asking that question, the answer to that is yes. You'll be able to sell or buy the products in the higher package. So if you're in the $50 package or the $25 package, or you're a free member and you want to buy one of the tools that are in any one of the packages, the intermediate or the advanced, yes, you will be able to do that. It's going to be a more expensive way to go around it if you was to buy every tool. But yes, you can buy those tools individually, and they'll be inside the product section, the product library. Now, the product library is not going to be ready on this coming pre-launch. That will be as we go towards the end of August. That will be coming on board, the product library and the jukebox training. So the thing that you're going to be seeing first is going to be seeing the courses. Let me see. The next question I've got here is, will you be able to see your upline and your downline in the funnel? Well, basically you'll be able to see what you'll do is when the funnels switch back on, once we go into pre-launch, so that should be switched on, I think the 16th we're going to switch the funnel on, so then you should start to see your earnings from the funnel. Don't quote me on that, but that's what we're planning to do, is switch that on the 16th. Now, once that view is there, which is what you had, some of you will probably remember when we was in the pre-launch, when we had that temporary site up and you had your view of your funnel. Well, now you're going to see a real view of your funnel, and you'll be able to right click on a person and you'll be able to see who your upline is, so you'll be able to see some information. There'll be a right clicking tool there. I'm not quite sure what we're going to put in there. It might show you information like how big their team is and so on, and what levels their teams go down to. So we'll have all that information, and also you'll have somebody's asking, will you be able to see a breakdown of how your earnings are? Well, yeah, what we're going to do is, at the moment you see in your earnings, you see just your affiliate earnings. Now what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to click on that, and that will go into basically to say what levels you've got, how much you've earned on level 1, how much you've earned on level 2, how much you learned on level 3, and then you'll be able to click again and go deeper to see what products or that you've sold, and what else is it that you'll be able to see? I'm trying to think what else you'll be able to see. Is by the month you'll be able to search by month so you see what month, so you can go back to see what you've been earning, so you get, it's a bit like your bank account, your online bank account. You'll be able to see everything that's going on inside your bank account if you pay for a product from your earnings, or if you pay for an upgrade from your earnings, or you pay for your monthly subscription from your earnings. So yeah, you'll be able to see just like your online banking, so it'll all be there. So you'll be able to view that. Now that won't be on the 15th. That will come again towards the end of August stroke the beginning of September, because what we need to do first is to get everybody in, get everybody so they're showing their money, and then we can start drilling down the tools. Excuse me. Yeah, so let me just check. We'd have a $25, must I? Just have a safety net in the future. Can't quite understand that question. Something about the $25. Yeah, if you're a beginner, then it's highly recommended that you come in at the $25 package. Don't come in at the $50 package. Now, obviously, you do save $25 if you come in at the $50 package. But if you are a beginner, it's recommended come in at the $25. Nobody's going to force you to upgrade. Nobody's going to take your tools away from you. It's a one-time payment, and you can stay there as long as you like until you feel confident that you're ready to move to the next level. So you can stay at the $25 package. Can you see any questions on there, Darren? Because I'm looking I've got the.
Yeah, I've got a couple of questions here from the site. So, question here is, I wonder when I will get access to the products on the page. When I log in and click on any of them, it's under construction. Okay, I think the message we thought was getting through to people is obviously still not. So when you come onto the site, okay, we are in, and I keep saying this every single hangout that we do, that we're in a pre-launch bit. Okay, we're bringing something in. Okay, so there was a major company that had an issue, shall we say, over the weekend, okay, because they hadn't got their payment processor in place, apparently. I'm too busy to look at it. This is just hearsay. I don't know the details, all right? But there's a major company out there that has had an issue with its payment processor on its launch date. That is an issue that we didn't want to have. So what we're doing is a very long and drawn out launch period. So we've said from the word go that on the 1st of August we were doing payment processor, we were doing integration of the new site, and then we're doing phased functionality. Last week was all about the payment process, all about the new site, all about making sure that everybody around the world could log in and use those functions. And we asked you to go in and try and break them and find the bugs. You did that brilliantly. We got lots of great feedback, and we made some various tweaks. Okay, and obviously a lot of you saw the benefits of that who watched the Hangouts during the course of last week. This week, and during the course of that, obviously we were then uploading in the back office all of the tools onto the site. So now we knew the site was working. It was loading those tools onto the site, and then now having the tools on the right background, obviously now creating the correct videos and training that goes along with those. As we've explained, that takes time. So again, that's what's taking this week, and as we come through from tomorrow onwards, you'll start to see those tools and those training starts to filter out. But it's critical that we do this in a methodical way, because we are not going to be a flash in the pan company. All right, we have a very long future planned out for us. It's not, in order to sell a computer, all right, in order to sell, I was going to let a couple of things slip then, but I won't. But in order to sell a computer, put it that way, all right, that involves a serious amount of logistical understanding. It involves a lot of communication between different systems. It involves setting up warranties. It involves setting up customer care. It involves setting up aftercare, after sales service, all those things. Now, those things don't get set up overnight just because we think, oh, it's a great idea. Those things have to be put in place and then integrated into the site that we've got. All right, and the site that we're building is that we now have to bear that in mind as we grow and growing forward. So everything that we do has to be done in the correct way, and the company that we're working with has huge well, I won't say who the company is because Jeremy will probably say that at some point, but it has a huge respect and standing already out there, and what they've agreed to do is purpose build Zukul computers. So it's their computers that they are rebuilding for us and branding to Zukul. All right, that again doesn't happen overnight, and you can watch any program on telly about retail or anything like that, that those sorts of branding arrangements, it's months and months of work that has to be done in order for that to happen. And so we're not going to rush things out just for the sake of rushing it out to take your money off you this week. That's not what we're about, okay? We will bring things out when they're ready. If you are frustrated because you're clicking on something, it's coming up as being under construction, and that's enough to put you off with working with Zukul, then I'm sorry to see you go, but bye-bye, okay? We're more interested in making sure that we have a solid foundation for our business for us to then develop that over the years to come. And it's going to be a little amount of short-term pain over the next 4 or 6 weeks as we go through this implementation process. But then when we go for bang launch when we say on the 1st of September, that's when we're going to have things ready. And those are the things that we're going to have tested now. When we go into the next phase during September and the next phase through October and then through November and through December and the plans we've got for next year, again, we will do the same process. We'll make sure that we're doing little tests and then expanding, little tests, then expanding. Okay, so it's really important that we are not a rev share company that's a 2 a penny, all right? We are not a cycler company that is even less than 2 a penny, all right? We are a proper, legitimate company. At the moment, we've got digital products. We are moving into tangible products, and then we will move into something else later on. And I won't tell you what that something else is, but again, it's very exciting. And obviously, those are the things that Bart and Michael are working on in the background. Okay, so I've had my little rant about that question. The other question I've got is about founders. Now, this isn't a sales pitch or anything like that, because again, we've said this from the word go. Is that we don't need your money, all right? I have got 4 founders who just want me to take money off them and build their business for them. Here's my money, and can you put me into the company rotator? Well, first of all, we don't have a company rotator, all right? If you want to build a team, you've got to build a team, all right? It's not our job to build your team. We're too busy building our company. It's your job, and we are paying you incredibly handsomely to go out and build your team and therefore build Zukul, all right? So we're not going to take your money off you for the sake of it, all right? We will take money off you and we will work very closely with you if you are a serious person, if you are a person with a large list or a large team, if you've got commitment to that large list and large team. That is critical, because we've had a conversation over the weekend with somebody who had a large list, but it was just a mailing list, all right? They had a large list and they were just going to do a mailing to that list. Well, that's not good, because there's going to be no aftercare. There's going to be no sponsorship care. There's no, there's no connection between that person and that list. It's just a list, all right? That's not what we're about, all right? We're not about just taking money off people for the sake of it. We want to make sure that we're building something that is absolutely solid, all right? And there has been too many instances in the recent history, and I'm not going to sit here and name those companies, but everybody watching this hangout will know the companies because they'll have either been pitched on it or they'll have been involved in it themselves. There are too many companies out there that proclaim to be able to deliver X, Y, and Z. And when you're in it, you believe it. You want to believe it, okay? And you talk about believing it, all right? But actually, when it comes to the moment of delivery, it's not there. Everything that we've done, as Jeremy has said, everything that we've said that we're going to do, we've done, All right. If there is a date attached to something, we've delivered on that date. All right. So everything we're talking about here, we are going to deliver. All right. And it's really vitally important that you try and get yourselves out of the mindset of, oh, no, another failure, another this, another that. Okay, we will have bumps in the road. All right, we will have things that delay us, and you know, things that we have to work around. But it won't delay us in stopping you from making money. It won't stop you from using a tool. It won't stop you from making money again and using a tool and making money and using a tool. All right, those things are sorted. We've tested those; they work. All right, so that's my little rant out of the way. Sorry. I'll pass you back.
Yeah. Right. Right. John sent me a question here. He's saying our affiliate links are not currently obvious as ours. A prospect cannot see our name in the link. Now, what we've done is when you go into your profile, at the very top of the page below the video there's your affiliate link. So that link you can clearly see is your link. Now, what we've done is we thought that, you know, when you pop that into a browser, and then when somebody comes to you know, clicks on that link, wow, big flash of lightning here. Hope I'm not going to get done through the window. Right, so when someone clicks that link, it is tracked to you. Now, it changes very quickly and shows Zukul.com. Now, if you want to test your link, you can actually, you know, go through set up an account, set up a free account with a test email. Don't do hundreds of these, please, but you can actually see that when you create the, it says who the referrer is. Now, we will actually, when we go after the 15th, we will actually put the referrer on the page as well. So when somebody comes to the page, it will say there clearly, you have been referred by whoever the person is. So John, we take that on board what you're saying, and we will do something about that on the front page as well. But we do feel that it's better just to show Zukul.com rather than having these question marks and you know, all these usernames and whatnot after the you know, the .com bit. So we will put that on there, John. But just bear with us. That will probably happen as we go into the first week of September, when we get all this nitty-gritty stuff out the way. So thanks for that, John, and we will get that implemented.
And then just to add to that, because what we've got to do, we've got a brand and an image to protect, and a lot of people, you'd be surprised how many people will put flipping silly usernames, okay, and some of them are rude, some of them are offensive, and therefore if we have a Zukul.com /ref something offensive, then that doesn't look great. So again, there are reasons behind everything that we do, but equally we take your feedback, and if there's you know, a work around that, then we will create that for you. But again, it's mindful that we're building something here that's here for good, and not something that's you know here today and gone tomorrow. So it's important from a branding point of view that we have that Zukul.com that goes out to everybody. Amazon.com, you know, you don't have Amazon.com /ref. It's Amazon.com. So that's again another reason behind that. Sorry for interrupting.
No, good. Yeah, I think that's it. So everything this side is going according to plan. Some people have asked me, is there any marketing material available yet? Well, if you go into the Facebook group, there's lots and lots of banners inside there. There's lots of you know, other ads that other people are running and getting very successful click-through rates, if you like. So you can get a lot of information, connect in the Facebook group, connect into the Skype room. It's a great team that will help anybody that's a beginner and give you some images and point you in the right direction to get you started. But once we get the tools in there, you're going to have everything you need and more. So I don't know if you want to have a closing statement there, Darren.
No, I think really the next 24 hours is a big 24 hours for us too, because obviously it's the first tool that will be unveiled, obviously the first package of training that will be unveiled, and obviously we'll then get feedback from that, because guys, we're going to ask you to go in there and we're going to ask you to go in and break it, find the links that don't work, find the sites that it doesn't work on, the countries it doesn't work on. And once we've got that one put to bed, then we, touching as much Formica as I can, we should then be quite confident in then bringing all the other tools and everything else out in in the same manner, so that things, once we fixed it with this first tool, everything else should be nice and smoother, shall we put it that way. So yeah, it's going to be a long 24 hours for us, but
yeah, and also I just want to, we're not building the tools at the moment. The tools are already built. We built these. We've been building these for quite some time, and we've been improving on them and updating them, because Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all them are always changing their algorithms, and Google. So we're constantly keeping up to date. That's why our tools, because we built them ourselves, like Darren mentioned before in another Hangout, they're not like a plug-in that you buy today and then 2 months later it doesn't work anymore. That may be the case with us, but we're going to be different because we'll be able to fix it, so it might be down for a few hours, and then after that in the afternoon it'll be fixed again. So we've got our programmers on site full-time working for us, and really the site, I'm so excited, as Darren says, the next 24 hours for us is we're going to be busy. And so watch tomorrow's Hangout, and I think we've got something that we're going to let you lay your little eyes on, so you'll enjoy that, hopefully. All right, I think I'm going to say tutty bye. I don't know if you want to say anything, Darren, before we go.
No. Thank you very much. Cheers, and we'll try and get this Hangout on time for tomorrow.
Yeah, hurry up, Bart, and pull your finger out. See ya, bye.